Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you know, I'm Chris-Amusan. I'm an online business and marketing coach, and this right here is the best place for coaches, course creators, service providers who are tired of erratic sales and you just want to move to having predictable and consistent income in your business. Today's video, we're talking about money. I'm so excited. The topic for today's video is how to hit your sales goals every single time. Yeah, I said that slowly. So why is this topic important? I think that predictable income is big. So for example, if you say in this month, I would like to sign 2 new clients at $5,000 each so that by the end of this month, I would have made, 10K minimum. That is like a very specific goal, right? But I think that for most people, it's a challenge when you meet this goal, right? But next month, cricket, no client. And then the next month is like, where is my next client going to come from? It's very tough to plan based on that. And that's like one of the things that we sort of battle with as entrepreneurs. Because if you had a job, you know that like I'm getting this money month on month. So how can we like give you that bit of consistency that makes you feel secure as an entrepreneur? That's what we're talking about today. Not every person who reaches out to you, who contacts your business is going to pay you. And when you know this at the front of your mind, you will stop stressing. You need to actually know your numbers. Sales is a game of numbers. You need to know the month where you closed 2 sales. How many people did you chat with before you got to that point? I call this like know your conversion rate. And let me tell you 4 numbers that you need to know. The first is how many people are finding you on a monthly basis, how many new people are contacting you on a monthly basis, and of all these people, how many of them actually end up paying you. From all these numbers, you're able to calculate your conversion rate, which is the fourth and very, very important number you need to know. Don't worry, I'm going to break it down. So just roll with me. I'm going to break it down. Let's talk about the first number. How many visitors do you have? Kiva, how do you expect me to know that? Check your insights. If your current channel of getting people is on Instagram, then you need to go to your insights and check that. Right now, you can just open your phone, go on Instagram, tap insights, and you will see that Instagram shows you like how many new people found your account in the past month and all of that stuff. But like I said, no time. So reach out to me. Now, the next number you need to know is how many of these people are reaching out to you. So yes, they've landed on your website, they've read your content. How many of them signed up for your freebie, gave you their email address, said, hi, I have this challenge. How can you help me? You need to know this number. So if I ask you right now, you're not going to say, I think it was just 3 people. Like, you can't be thinking. You need to have this number recorded somewhere because you need to calculate it. See, to make money, it's a game of numbers. It's actually that simple, but it's also not that simple because as entrepreneurs, we tend to ignore the simple things. I don't want you to ignore the simple things. So do this simple thing and you would actually see the large difference that it would make. Now, the third number you need to know is, okay, how many of these people ended up paying me money, which is how you calculate your conversion rate. So how do you calculate this rate? Let's say 1,000 people landed on your website. You know this because you're tracking the numbers. Or 1,000 people found your Instagram page. You know this because you're checking the numbers. Of this 1,000 people, 100 out of them signed up for your lead magnet, or 100 out of them sent you a DM, all right? Of this 100 people, 10 out of them booked a call with you. These are 10 people that you actually spoke with that seemed very serious. Of these 10 people, only 1 of them made a payment. How do you calculate your conversion rate? You could say, I got on a call with 10 people. 1 of them made a purchase. So that's 1 over 10 times 100. Your conversion rate is like 10%. So you could know your rate for each of these levels. The month where you had 1 sale, 1,000 people landed on your website, but it started to come down because only 100 of them signed up for your lead magnet, 10 of them booked a call, 1 of them made a purchase. That's actually why we call it a funnel, because it comes like this, Now you know what to tweak to increase your sales number from 1 to 2 to 10. It's actually a game of numbers. So when you know your numbers, what's the next step? It's either of 2 things. It's either you are driving more traffic so that you have more people flowing into your funnel and it begins to expand at the bottom, or you need to optimize your current funnel. What does that mean? It means that if 1,000 people found you and 100 people signed up for your lead magnet and 10 people booked the call, you probably want to ensure that when 10 people book a call, rather than close 1, you're closing 2 or you're closing 3, right? So it means that you're going to have to like figure out where are people dropping off. Or for example, you say 1,000 people found my website. Rather than just 100 people sign up for my lead magnet, how about I get 150 people to do that? Or I get 200 people to do that? And optimizing your funnel is actually like, you have to be like an investigator. You're you take your little magnifying glass to figure out, okay, where are people dropping off, right? I know I make it sound like very simplistic, but that's what it is. And I find that the reason why most people are not feeling this confident and knowing how much sales they intend to make this month is because they actually don't track the numbers. Like, we sort of think like it's in the hard things, but it's actually the simple things. But then again, we get so encumbered in running our business, serving our clients, that we don't have time to look at our marketing numbers. And this is why, you know, working with a coach like myself could be an advantage, because we push you to check these numbers. Or maybe outsourcing the marketing, because when you outsource, the expert knows that it's their job to check these numbers, right? When you know your numbers, you are well on your way to having predictable income. It's actually that simple. But in case you think it's not that simple, I have a training that I've just gone more in depth to make this very, very simple for you. I've linked it in the description below. Sign up for this funnels workshop and it would actually change your approach to your business. Like, you would literally become well on your way to making the money. Let me know in the comments if you found this video helpful. Like, I need some ginger. I need to show me some love if you're really enjoying these videos. And do not forget to subscribe. Like, it's free. Subscribe, share this with your fellow business bestie who will like really find this video helpful. Till then, see you in the next video. Cheers.